Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is wonderful to be here with you today, talking about how to let go and trust God. There's a whole lot packed into that little statement, isn't there? God, trust, letting go. A few weeks ago, I asked you all to give me some ideas on things that you would like to have me talk about, some subjects that you would like me to talk about here. And one of them was trust. One of them was trust. That came up a couple of times for people. And one that I thought was very interesting was how to accept getting older and not comparing to how we were feeling, say, 10 years ago. Interesting, right? I find that so interesting and something to talk about, to be sure. So we'll talk about those subjects, about letting go, about God, about trust, and partly the idea of getting older and letting go of who we once were.
Welcome to Success Through Meditation. I'm Shakti, coming to you from a lineage of enlightenment to help you to see, honor, and love the light within yourself so that you can see, honor, and love the light within others.
I find this to be more prevalent in men for who knows why. That they, I find that to be quite common actually in conversation that, oh, wouldn't it be so cool? Because wouldn't it be so cool to be young like I once was? Because as you've heard many, many times, youth is wasted on the young. Youth is wasted on the young. But I have always found that my peace has increased with age. I have absolutely loved getting older, every aspect of it, every single aspect. The body, the body is workable. We do what we need to do to stay healthy, to not give ourselves excuses about why we're not healthy. There are always reasons you can look back on. Yes, there are certain things that we are genetically predisposed to with health. But even so, there are usually things that we can do to keep ourselves in a healthy state, mostly. Now, you are looking at someone who has, I play hard. I don't have brittle bones. I play hard, and I've broken several in my lifetime. But personally, I came into this world and instantly almost died. So I've had this death on my shoulder since birth, since the first hours of my life here on the planet. So I suppose that staying healthy has always been a part of my existence for many, many, many reasons, which I won't go into now. But suffice it to say that I have always been so grateful for every minute of this life. And so as I've been aging, gratitude has simply increased. But it takes work, doesn't it? It takes effort, it takes intention to keep just talking about the body, to keep our bodies healthy. But then we get to the other aspects, the mind, keeping that healthy. And that's what I talk about every week here on our webinars. So we come to trust, dealing with source, dealing with God, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Being, in other words, why you're here. Why is mysticism, which is what I talk about every week, why is it the philosophy of existence, really, this mystic divine direction? And it has to do with power. There is the yin and yang of life, isn't there? We choose, we don't choose. It's in our control, it's not in our control. But today we're going to talk about how you think you choose. You think you choose in any moment about your life. And really, when it comes to power, power chooses you. Your life is a reflection of your mind, isn't it? It's like a mirror, as is everyone that you meet, everyone you come in contact with. They are your teacher. They are your mirror. They are showing you where your perceptions, your field of attention sits. It is a reflection, isn't it? And so we have so many endless states of mind. An endless ocean of light exists within us. An endless ocean of light that truly makes us not separate. We are one. We are one mind, one heart, one soul. We are of the same molecular structure. We are not separate. We are the essence of God. We are the essence of being that is one. Pure essence is who you are. And when you perceive it, when you're able to see it, you realize that we are not separate at all. When we can gaze upon this essence of oneness with wonder, the mysteries of the mind open up. When you're able to take a look at these mysteries with an open, clear mind, when you're able to observe these mysteries, always observe them with wonder. We talked about that last week, wonder and awe. The wonder of our world is amazing, but when you're able to look deeper into the being that you are, into the essence, the God that you hold within, there is no other way to perceive it other than with wonder. In that moment, the perceiver awakens to this fact that we are one, that everything they see is a self-reflection. Your life is a reflection of your perception of yourself. And getting that opens up worlds of wonder, endless fields of perception. And existence or power, then you're able to see as it creates itself. But we observe it with wonder. This power, this God that you hold within, you can then observe with wonder and awe. You were never who you thought you were. Your self-reflection becomes more and more complete as you create your world out of your self-reflection, which is a trap. Which is a trap. You've got the house, you've got the family, you've got the love, you've got the car, you've got it all. Now what? You created this self-reflection. And where is your happiness? That's the question. Where is your happiness? Karma. Take a look at your karma. Through all the lifetimes, we put the pieces of the puzzle of who we are together. You're able to put these pieces together. Metaphysics is the study of how to shift the self outside of self-reflection and how to learn to just gaze with wonder, knowing that power has chosen you. There are many ways to see this. How power has chosen you. Take a look at your life. Take a look at the things that you intended and how easily they came to you when your mind was pure, when your happiness was intact. When you're able to look at your life with wonder. The mind, your power, all of the bands of attention that we can observe as we meditate. We see other realities of the mind, of infinity. This is why we meditate, to clear the clutter so that you can see without the fog of Maya, of the illusions of this life. In meditation, we climb outside the ideas of self-reflection. Carefully. Not too far outside. There is a fine line. We have to keep the mind intact, don't we? So as not to quite go over the edge. This is mysticism. We tread carefully. Para-nirvana. We take a look at para-nirvana, outside the bonds of your current reality. With a secure mind, an open heart, we carefully observe outside the bands of your current reality. These are sights that can absolutely scorch the soul, so we have to be careful. We open this bubble of life in our meditations. American Indians talk about this, the bubble of life, as luminous perceivers, which is who you are. Luminous perceivers recognize God within. Even as they observe with wonder outside the bands of this reality. Again, with a mind that is intact, we carefully take a look at these infinite bands of reality. But be sure, your mind has to be in the right shape to be able to come back after observing these bands of reality outside of the physical bands of reality that we observe in our human reality. And this is where a teacher comes in. The teacher leads you, keeps you within the rails. Yeah. I think of, mountain drives, where they don't have rails along the sides. Very dangerous. You're going along and who knows what could happen. Same with the mind, same with observing these other fields of reality, these other bands of perception. A teacher keeps you within the rails and helps you and says, you might want to be careful here. You might want to look out for that turn. That is what the teacher does. But the trap is words. because the words create limits. And so then one needs to come to understand that the world of metaphysics is beyond your self-reflection. It's eternity. You're wanting to view while keeping the mind intact. So we travel. We travel outwardly, we travel to places of power where the bands of perception are more easily seen. And we travel in the mind as we sit in meditation. As we quiet the mind, we come out of meditation and we're able to see these other bands of eternity, these other bands of perception. God, light, infinity. We're able to witness while keeping our minds intact. Tricky. We awaken. And we have many metaphysical adventures. This is the idea. I take my students all over the world to experience these other bands of perception quite easily. The desert, the ocean, the mountains, different places on our planet that are very, very powerful. So we travel step by step into these other dimensions of the mind. We awaken to these billions and billions and infinite realities. And what it does is changes your awareness. It changes your awareness in all aspects, because awareness is everything, isn't it? It's nirvana. It's our lives as humans. So that we come to know larger understandings. We have larger understandings of existence. And power holds it all together. Your power, your own power holds it all together. The self-reflection, we change it. We change the self-reflection on our metaphysical journey. Sort of like walking into a fun house with mirrors, right? Many, many dimensional planes, self-reflection. And we come to know the ones that are and aren't real. And we begin to learn to trust, so that when we look into these mirrors, we see only the reflections that are valid. We trust because of our connection with the infinite, because of our belief, faith, and trust in our connection with the infinite. We know that we are seeing accurately, clearly, correctly. And again, this is where a teacher comes in to sort of point. Like, oh, you might want to look at that one, or how about that one? Take a look over there. That's what the teacher does. While we are trusting that we are one with the infinite, we are one with Source, we are one with God. This is how we learn to trust. We trust in our meditations that we are always being led in the right direction. I'm sure you can think of many times in your life when, I call it kicking and screaming. we go kicking and screaming. We know it's correct. We know it's right. We know it's the way we're supposed to go. But somehow we're still kicking and screaming. Right? It was the right way. It was the way beyond our understanding. It was how I started teaching, actually. A series of events led to my teaching and knowing years after my teacher recommended that we begin to teach. Years. But one day, a series of events made it impossible for me to look away from teaching. And I began kicking and screaming. A more public life, a more public face was not at all something that I had wanted. Not at all. But one day, there it was. So kicking and screaming. I knew that it was correct. I knew it was the way to go. But the part of me that didn't want that went kicking and screaming. Still with the understanding that it was correct. I'm sure you know what this is about. So we trust, we have faith that our connection with the infinite, our connection with God is intact. And we go like this, we're led by the nose because of the faith and the trust that we have. It is your connection with eternity, with God, with that you hold within, that precludes your trust. Is that the right word? That predisposes you to trusting. Because you know in every cell of your being, you have faith in every cell of your being that you are one with God. And so we let go, don't we? We let go of all of our ideas about things that are supposed to be, all of the ideas that we were given, all of the ideas that were imposed on our little minds when we're young and very impressionable. Although it is kind of fun to be old and impressionable too, or older and impressionable. But when we're young, we are little sponges that are influenced quite easily. And so we are programmed to think many things about ourselves, about the world outside of us, about others. We are programmed, unless you're raised by enlightened beings who hopefully allow you to program yourselves or to awaken at a certain point and begin to reprogram your lives, right? And so we let go, knowing that God, the infinite source, eternity, the universes, hold the power that you hold within. All of this is within you. And we trust. We let go and allow our lives to unfold in ways we could have never imagined possible. Because of our faith, because of our trust, we let go. And when we let go, when we have faith, when we trust, there is no looking back. There is no past. The past is dust. The future no one knows. We only have the present moment. And it is here that we can observe, that we can look with awe and wonder as we let go of everything that we thought was real, was true. All of that, we let go. With happiness, with joy, we let go and allow power, the power that you karmically hold because of all of your lives of study, because of all of your lives of meditation, because of all that you learned. You bring it all with you, everything you learned. You might not look the same. You might not act the same. You might have a different personality. Who knows? But you do bring all of that knowledge with you. All of them, thousands of lives of meditation, of learning, of teaching, maybe of being in, in monasteries, maybe of service. We bring all of that with us and we trust, we have faith. We may remember even, we may remember many of our lives. It's fun, not important, not necessary at all. Because why? Why? You only have this moment, that's why. This is the moment that you actually have. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Well, sometimes we have ideas, but you don't really know. The past, dust, gone. The only way that the past can impact who you are today is if you allow it. And so what we do every day in meditation is we rinse our souls, we wash our minds every day in meditation so that you can begin anew again, knowing that you are connected with God, Source, the infinite, having faith and letting go of all of it, the past, the future, the worry, the anger, the frustration. You let it go. The whole point is to be happy, isn't it? And in this moment, there is nothing but that. There is nothing but joy and happiness. Yes, we have moments in life that are sad. That's part of our human experience. Death, sickness. These are a part of our experience, this roller coaster of life. But even through the death, the sickness, the worry, all of it, even through all of that, we maintain our happiness. Our hearts are at peace. Our lives are joy-filled, no matter what. Because we understand that power holds it all together. Power, meaning you. God, meaning you. You let go because you understand that power has you in its clutches. And all you have to do is look at your life to see power at work. We travel step by step. And we change our self-reflection. Getting out of the trap of words. Again, this is where the teacher comes into play. We awaken. And we have many, many metaphysical adventures together. Because now you have larger understandings of existence once you've had these experiences. As power holds it all together, your self-reflection changes. On your journey, your self-reflection shifts. At this point, your self-reflection has trapped you in the life that you hold right now. So it's important to break those images. Break the mirrors in the funhouse and realize how many bands of existence are there for you to admire with awe and wonder. Well, not all of them are admirable. There are some you wouldn't want to really go out, you wouldn't want to hang out in, for sure. But at least with clarity, you're able to see that, aren't you? So change your self-reflection. Learn to trust. Learn to let go. To not focus on what once was. To let go of who you thought you were going to be so that you can become who you are meant to be. And maybe, when you're ready, allow the teacher to come in and say, hey, what's up? What you doing? As you learn how to become free and strong. Gaze in wonder. The teacher says, look here. You might want to look over here. Oh, and look at that. Don't miss that. Don't miss it. Change. Become someone else. Expand your horizon. Now, you are perfect the way you are. You understand that. You do get that, don't you? No one is saying that you're not perfect the way you are. You are absolutely perfect just the way you are. What I am suggesting is that there's so much more when you open up your mind, your bands of perception carefully through the practice of meditation. Your metaphysical journey becomes so much grander, so much more grand, larger, bigger, expansive, as you step in and out of these different realities in your mind. You learn how to perfect the mind, how to have perfect mind, enlightened mind, no pain, no personality, as you look beyond words. And whatever you do, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything that you don't know. Anything I say is something you already know. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to yourself, most of all. Don't listen to yourself. Remember that who you are is a reflection of the programming that you were given. Unless you've begun to awaken, that's different. It's a horse of a different color. Don't listen to others. No. Don't listen to me unless what I say resonates with the truth in who you are. Unless, of course, you are wanting to look at another band of reality, which you can certainly do and take a look at anytime you want. Watch this video over and over. Watch the different realities that you may go in and out of, even as I'm speaking. As you learn to trust, as you learn to let go, as you learn to have faith and realize that power is in control. Power, God, power, source, power, you, God, you, me, even when there is no you and there is no me. These are a couple, these are a few of the different bands of perception that you might take a look at. There are many, endless bands of perception. But remember, we travel and observe these different bands of reflection carefully. As I said, the teacher comes in very handy here. They've been there already. So they can sort of point different ways carefully. So let's see, have I covered it? There was the accepting getting older. There was that, but I think I covered that. Yeah, that was yesterday. Today's today. And how wonderful to revel in this moment. To be in blissful ecstasy when we meditate. Okay, so that was yesterday. Today's today. And isn't this fun? Did you have this much fun when you were younger? Really? That might be a tricky question for many men, from what I understand. And then there was trust. We trust that we are moving in the right direction because we know of our connection. We know that we are connected with God, Source, the infinite. We know that we are connected, and so we trust. We know who we are. We know that we are the light of existence itself. We understand that. We realize that. And so we trust. We trust in our connection with all that is. We trust in our connection with existence itself. Light, love. We came from light, we came from love, and we will return to it, to light, to love. We trust. We trust in every moment. Yes, it seems sometimes that we make mistakes. You know that. There's no such thing. There are only experiences that we can shift from, learn from, move from. That's all. There's no mistake. It happened for your good. Anything that happens to you happens not to you, but for you. So that you can learn from it, so that you can grow from it, so that you can change directions and experience something else. And yes, you might make another mistake. Maybe it's painful, maybe it's not. But through it all, trusting that your connection with God is intact. You have learned how to let go because of your trust and faith in your connection with yourself, with your highest self. Knowing that that connection with God, that connection with the infinite, that connection with the universe is well and intact. That power is guiding you, power is in control. That's trust. And of course, then we let go. We let go and allow power to guide us. We become very aware. Our awareness is lifted with the practice of meditation. We become very, very acutely aware of every nuance in our lives that is guiding us toward a happier, more joy-filled existence. There. I think I've covered that. And again, only listen or don't listen, depending on your proclivities, to what I say, unless it rings true for you. You know, there really is nothing new on the pathway to enlightenment, on the path, as some call it. There really is nothing new. These secret teachings have been there since time immemorial. And those of us on the path have had the great good fortune of having teachers that led us so that when we crashed and burned, we were able to get back up. There's a lot of that, of course. It's just part of the deal. It's part of the fun of this existence, part of this. I call it a roller coaster because roller coasters to me are a very fun thing, or they used to be anyway. I don't see the point now, but certainly when I was younger, you know, I observed my mother with her arms up in the air going on these roller coasters and having a great time, as did I. Right? It's fun, this life. It's fun. It's fun if you allow it to be. If you allow the power that you hold within to guide you, to lead you, to point you in the right direction. Enlightened mind. No pain, no personality, perfect mind. Ecstasy. This can be your life with the realization that the reflection that you are now seeing can be shifted while you let go and allow power, God, Source, to guide you. For those of you who may be new to the practice of meditation, every day when we wake up, We take a shower, or at the very least, wash our hands and face, and bring our very best selves to our practice. Our tummy's empty. We are wide awake. You might want to have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, do some yoga stretches to wake yourselves up. Stay awake in your meditation. Yes, there are many modalities of meditation that that you can choose from. They all work. They all work. Just pick one. Just pick one. The one that I teach says stay awake because it is your highest time of the day. When you let go completely of all of your ideas, of all of your thinking, of all that the mind wants to take control of, we let go. No thought, no thinking, no rabbit holes to go down. We allow ourselves to simply be. Yes, you can focus. In the beginning, that's what meditation is. We focus on a mantra, Sanskrit syllables that we repeat 108 times. A yantra that you'll see on the screen here in just a few moments with music. The yantra is very nice for calming the mind. There are ancient geometric designs, well, a bunch of lines really, that can help calm your mind. So you gaze, not stare, at the bindu, the center point, and you'll find that your mind begins to calm. Then we have our music infused with enlightened energy, produced, composed, performed by a fully enlightened being for this purpose, for you. To guide, to block out the energies of all of the other billions of energy senders on our planet, the people who have thinking and who are sending their impulses, their electrical impulses all over the world, including you. You do. We are senders and receivers. Right? But this music helps to block those so that your meditation is a little easier. You can go deeper into your meditation practice. And so we sit with our back straight. You can have your feet on the floor, so be sitting in a chair, or your legs are crossed in a chair. You can sit on a cushion on the floor, whatever you feel is wonderful and blessed for you. You might have a table in front of you with a candle flame, a flower. Make your environment, the environment that you meditate in, well, and your home also, make it impeccable. Make it beautiful. Make it lovely. No clutter. Wherever you meditate, remove the clutter, which is a good first step for the rest of your home. Living an impeccable life takes effort, takes work, maybe a lifetime of work. But it's a good thing to do to help you to meditate and to set your life up for more impeccability, for more love, more joy, more abundance to come flowing in, right? So we sit in an uncluttered environment, like I said, maybe with a candle flame or a flower. Maybe you have the horizon, a beautiful horizon to gaze out on. Mountains, flowers, the ocean, whatever it might be. Can you imagine being up in the spaceships and your horizon is the planet, looking out onto the planet? How beautiful, how wonderful, how wonder-filled, how awe-inspiring, right? That's what we have here. Being here on the planet, just look out and see the nature, the flowers. Anyway, I digress. Have a table maybe in front of you with flowers, candle flame, etc. Maybe a photo of a deity that you connect with. Maybe a statue of a deity that you connect with. And then we sit for 15 minutes. Your hands are resting comfortably in your lap. There are many mudras, things you can do with your hands. You can look them up. I find this particular mudra very nice. The left hand is under the right. Your thumbs are touching lightly. The left hand is the earth. The right hand is your spirit, enlightenment. And it's a great way to meditate. And so we sit for 15 minutes. Your back is straight. Your tummy is empty. Unless it's growling, then put a piece of fruit in it. Quiet it down. Try to have no distractions if you can. And for 15 minutes, you may have a visualization. I'm going to give you one today. Or a mantra, a yantra. You can keep your eyes open. If you're brand new to meditation, I recommend that you do. Keep your eyes open. Focus on the yantra that will be on the screen, or the horizon if you are so lucky to have a beautiful horizon. And we sit for 15 minutes. At the end of your meditation, bow. Forehead to the floor, to the ground, and offer up your meditation to eternity in gratitude, with thanks for all that is, all that you are, all that you have, all that you do, in gratitude. And then sit for just a minute after your meditation, a minute or two. Allow the meditation to sit before you get up and do something, just a minute or two. Enjoy, revel in the feeling of existence itself. All right. As we begin to prepare for our meditation, I'm going to take myself off camera. And ask that you take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and hold for the count of 3 at the top. Focus all of your attention on your eyes, the muscles around your eyes, and relax the muscles around your eyes. As you do, observe your facial muscles, your jaw muscles beginning to relax. If you have any tension whatsoever in your scalp, relax your scalp. Relax your neck, your throat. Relax your shoulders, your upper arms, your lower arms, your hands and your fingers. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your chest, your back on either side of your spinal column. Relax. Relax your abdomen. Release the muscles in your abdomen and breathe. Allow your lungs to fill. Breathe. Relax your hips. Relax your upper legs, your lower legs. Relax your feet and your toes. Sit up nice and straight. Your back is as straight as you can get it. It may be comfortable, it may be a little uncomfortable if you are brand new to meditation. Sit up nice and straight. Close your eyes and visualize the sky filled with stars. Imagine that you're going to leave your body and go right up into the stars. And as you go through the stars, you're going to change. You're going to shift. Your earthly personality is going to fall away. And now your etheric self, your subtle physical self, will be there. Now go above the stars into other dimensions. Go through these other dimensions really quickly, one after the other. They're all different colors. Go through them quickly. See yourself going through them. You're actually doing this, going through those colorful dimensions. Now, as you do, as you go through each one, more and more of the self that you have been is going to fall away. And now your being will get clearer and clearer. As you go through these dimensional planes, the parts of you that are from them will go back to them. Finally, you get above all the dimensional planes and you now enter into a flux, a golden, luminous light that doesn't really move, nor is it still. There's no direction, no dimension, and you go right into that. It's like going right into the heart of the sun, and you merge with that. Be that. Feel yourself in that. Get lost in it. Study it. Be it. Stop your thoughts. Be still. Just hold yourself in that with all your psyche and all your power as long as you can. And then, with our music, you'll let go. At the end of the meditation, I'll bring you back onto the earth. But for now, stay in that flux of golden energy. Keep yourself there in stillness. No thought, no ideas, only your light-filled, luminous self as you have merged with this golden light. And now, let's meditate. now, gradually feel yourself coming back down after being in this totality. Come back through those dimensional planes. And as you do, you're going to come back shiny and clear as you pass through each color, each dimensional plane. You're going to take on new qualities, new hope, new belief, new power. Finally, down through the stars and onto the earth, a strong, new, radiant self, the right self, has come with you. The right caretaker personality. Don't worry about what it is. It is just from where you've just been. Namaste. Thank you for being with us today to talk about trusting God. God being who you are, not some outside source. You, power, you, light, you, love, you. Have faith, learn to trust that you hold it all within. No yesterday, no tomorrow. Only the bliss and ecstasy of this moment. As you learn the mysteries of unfolding all of the dimensional planes that your hearts desire, with care, traveling this awesome, beautiful journey on the path. Thanks so much for being here. I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Oh, sorry, couple weeks. I'll look forward to seeing you then. Namaste. The light in me sees, honors, and so loves the light in you. I'll see you soon. Thanks.